Well, hello there, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? It's me, John, tonight. Mama's here. She's planting some tomatoes. Her sister brought her a bunch of tomatoes. I said, Mama, let's go in and eat and fix a little something. She said, I'm going to get these tomatoes out before it rains. You go on and get us a bite to eat, and then I'll come in. That's what she said. So I'm going to do, she wants green tomatoes, and we've got the green tomatoes right here. So that's what we're having. Green. Don't you spill something, John. I was trying to reach. Y'all see what I'm up to? I'm trying to reach up here and get my green tomato. And then I'm about spilling stuff. Alright, so I have washed these. And they're perfectly green. Y'all seen us get them the other day. I don't know how many we're going to fix. We may do one or two. Got the stuff ready here for that. I've also got the stuff ready for this new sauce that I looked up, and I thought, I need something new for my tomatoes. I made a remoulade sauce one year, and I guess last year, maybe. And I thought, I want something different. So I'm doing a Mississippi Comeback, it says. Mississippi Comeback sauce. So let's head on down here. I'll read you all the instructions, and you all can do it right. You know me. It says half a cup of mayonnaise. Hello, Mama.
Are you through filming?
No, I'm not through filming. We're just getting started. Come on in.
Oh, I ain't ready.
Mama says she ain't ready. She ain't ready for no debut. She's been in the garden. We're going to call that a half a cup of mayonnaise. Okay? Y'all write this down. So it's a half a cup of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of hot sauce Frank's, or less. If you want to go less, you can go less. I'm going to go less because Mama will want this. I'm just going to do a dash. That's about a half a tablespoon. All right. 1 or 2 tablespoons of ketchup. Okay. 1, 2.
Come on.
Does this kind of resemble? Mama, say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody. I can't let you see me.
How many tomato plants did you plant, Mama?
Tomato plants and pepper plants. I
Mama, they can see your shoulder.
82. I'm wore out.
82?
82.
She loves the garden, though. She loves it.
What's Bernice sent me what we bought?
Her sister Bernice sent her a bunch, and then we bought a bunch. 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil.
I'm going
Now
to
that's...
clean up.
All right, you come back and I'll have your supper ready, Mama.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Y'all got that? 2 tablespoons of minced red onion. Now I've got that right here, but I'm going to add it in last. See, this is kind of like Thousand Island, just a little bit. 1 clove of garlic minced. I'm going to use this garlic paste that I'm so fond of. Now I do have minced garlic here. 1 clove is about a teaspoon. And y'all use the minced, which I have right here in this jar, but this is the paste, okay? 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. This is just plain old Lee and Perrin's Worcestershire sauce, and it's 1 teaspoon, it says. That's about right. 1 teaspoon of that there. 1/2 teaspoon of Creole mustard or a good spicy mustard, it says. So I'm going to use, this is 1/2 a teaspoon. So I'm going to use a little Dijon, water and all. Come on now. Why does mustard have to get water on it? I'm going to read y'all this again, and y'all can do it right. That's all I know to tell you. This here is my Sandwich Pal sweet and spicy mustard. So this is going to hit the spot. And I'm just going to put another dash of that in there. Okay. And then freshly ground black pepper. And I have that right here. I'm not freshly grinding it, but this is coarse ground pepper. And it's a 1/2 teaspoon. And right here's what I have is a 1/2 teaspoon. So see, that was easier than trying to grind it all out. But you can do you. Okay. And I'm going to put, I've set this out here, a little bit of the Southern Secret onion and garlic in it because it's got all that in it anyway. And I'm going to put about a half a teaspoon of it in there. So Mississippi, don't get mad at me. I just put a little Tennessee twist on it. It's still yours. We ain't going to take it from you. Here we go. Mississippi comeback sauce. And I'm going to stir it up. I can already tell you it looks delicious. There's half my pepper on the side. It does look delicious. It does got a wonderful taste to it. Now I am going to do that purple onion. So we're going to set this right over here. I've got everything together here. I've got the hot plate going, so we'll have that in just a few. Now this was just a 2 tablespoons, and that's about what this will equal. But I'm going to mince it up pretty good because this is the tiniest one, but this is the last one I have. I'm going to save that root. We'll see if we can plant him and make some more. So to mince it, I'm just going to slice it really thin. Slice it out really thin. You know, it may be deceived. This may be much more than 2 tablespoons. Let's see. Let's see what we have. So what are y'all cooking? This is supper tonight, folks. This is it. Just fried green tomatoes. We do that sometimes, and sometimes we'll fix it with a meal. But something is like a fried green tomato, we like it just to eat it. Now I do fried red tomatoes too. I'll show you that another time. I've done them before on here. Now this says mince, so we really want to get a good chop on this. I think this right here is going to do it. Want to get a good chop on it. I could have got the chopper, the little mini chopper out, but for 2 tablespoons, I figured I could handle it. This is where Mama's taught me to be old school with everything. Get the chopping board out, get a knife out, and get to chop it. And that works. So I guess she's got me in that habit too. Just rock back and forth on it a little bit. Just mince it up as fine as you can get it. I have pressed onions and stuff like this through a garlic press. But I wanted a really fine, juicy mince. And you too could do that. Yummy, yummy. Out of all these tomato plants that Mama's planting, please say a little prayer that we'll have some good tomatoes this year. We were so disappointed last year in our tomato crop. We're trying new things. We're trying to do all the little tricks we've heard. We've done them in the past. But last year, nothing paid off. It was just not our year for tomatoes. In fact, Mama was so let down, she said, I'm not doing it anymore. Which I figured she probably would. Because, I mean, it's a challenge to get a good garden. Okay, so we're going to call that 2 tablespoons of finely minced purple onion. And there it is. Okay, wipe my board down just a little bit because I'm fixing to do these green tomatoes. So now I'm just going to stir this in with this. And we're just going to let it sit there a few minutes. Just let it marry together and let it make friends with all of its new ingredients. This didn't call for any salt, but I am going to put a shake of salt just to wake up all the flavors and say, hello, salt's in the house. Shake of that ought to do it. Alright, so there it is. Let me taste of it and tell you what I think. It's not a Thousand Island. It's a cross between a spicier and maybe a yum sauce. Sort of that neighborhood of flavors. So let's get this tomato going. So I'm going to take this core end off. This little spot here. Mama don't like that on there. And I'm going to take this little core out. Just so I don't forget about it when I start slicing. Let's see, it's all nice and clean, both ends. So now let's slice him up. I'm going to just kind of get a good level spot here. I'll fry that one. It's getting pink in the middle, but that's fine. Because like I told you, I do fry red tomatoes, and they're delicious. And we put toppings on them. We make them all different flavors. Parmesan, you put bacon on them. We have that mandolin that we're supposed to be learning how to use. It's still on sale. But once again, for 2 tomatoes, or for a few tomatoes, I figure, just slice it up. I know, you shouldn't be that way. You should learn, John. Broaden your horizons a little bit. Goodness. Quit doing same stuff, same old way. I posted yesterday about this cookware. Now, this cookware is at about half price. And that's getting ready for June, for wedding season. Go on there and look. It's this cookware here. I've not had this on the skillet yet. This is good cookware. It's got a thick bottom. This is the small skillet. We've used these for 3 years. They still look brand new. They're wonderful. Maggie's hollering. But if you're in the mood, if you're in the market for some cookware, then might I recommend this cookware here. Hey. We're back. This has this extra spot or 2 on it. My dish rack's clean. It doesn't have any soap on it. It's just good fresh water. So I thought that might wipe out, but that's not. That's a scuff on the tomato. I'm just going to peel it off. It ain't going to hurt nothing. It ain't going to hurt a thing. But I don't want it on there. So I'm just going to peel him off. And I'm going to go ahead and take that bottom part off. Now Maggie was perfectly content. And she's been out there on the porch. Just laying, surveying her palace. I can see her through this window. Maggie, I'll be there, honey. Don't you worry. She ain't wanting a thing. She's got water out there. She just wants mama. So I must go ahead and slice this off too. Now this is going to be plenty. I'm just going to do 2. 2 green tomatoes is enough for me and mama. If you got a big family, you're going to need a few more. And I don't cut them super thin. I like a good thick tomato. We used to cut them really thin. And then I ordered them at a restaurant one night, and they were thick. And I thought, I like that flavor better. But look here. Here's a pile of tomatoes. Now this one's a little pink. Don't let that concern you. That's fine. It's perfect. So there you have it. Now I'm going to put a little bit of oil in here. And I'm going to let it be getting hot. This is just regular old vegetable oil. And I want enough to fry them. And I'm not had them on because I didn't want them to overheat. Now, in this bowl, I have white lilies, self-rising flour, cornmeal, and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. That cornstarch is going to bind this mixture to these green tomatoes and make them stay on there and make them extra good, because I love it when it's got the good flour on it. So that's mixed up. Yes, I've done it with a knife. Why not? Okay, so this is buttermilk, and this is the cornmeal and flour mixture. I'll let my oil get hot. It'll start to ripple. I'll be able to see it ripple. And it may even smoke just a little bit, because this is just plain old vegetable. But the whole skillet is now covered. Now these are wet anyway, but I'm going to put them in a little bit of buttermilk. And then I'm going to put them in here, and then I'm going to put them in the skillet once it is ready to go. It's just about ready to go. Let me go get this wild child in this door. Y'all want to go with me? Say, yes, John, we don't want to sit there and look at them green tomatoes. I mean, what else would you do if you don't go with me? The Queen has spoken. Sometimes when we get here, she makes me beg her to come in. Come on, Maggie. Come on in. Not today, though. She doesn't have to be begged today. Watch her. Watch her. She'll go in here. She surveys to see, did they drop anything? Is anything loose? What have they done? And directly to her food bowl. Now, see, she didn't eat. She just wants to look and see if me or Mama ate any of it while she was out. Survey's over. She will get a drink. She will take a little drink. And that's what happens when your household is ran by a princess. You just jump and go whenever she tells you to. You better. You better. You'll catch it later. Okay, Maggie, you did good, honey. Now the oil's hot, so we're ready to fry. You did real good. Let's dredge. This is just buttermilk, and this is just the tomato. And this is our flour, cornmeal, and our cornstarch. Let's go back over here, just like that. And let's go back over here, just like this. Okay? That's what you want. You want to shake off the excess. Let's go over here to our pan where it's hot. And that's what you want too. You want to hear it sizzle. You want to hear it get down to the business as soon as you put it in there. You don't want it sitting there absorbing oil. Okay? We're going to do the same thing over and over. Can you all see everything that's going on? Now you can, and I would, and I may do some at the end. You can put ranch dressing in here, just a little bit of that seasoning. You can put salt and pepper in here if you want to. Mama's not a fan of all that, so I'm just making these really so she'll like them. This is just the old-timey pulling it together. You don't want to crowd them too much. You could turn it down just a notch now that it's hot. I could put a little salt and pepper in the flour. I'll tell Mama those two don't have any salt and pepper in case she don't want that. But a little pepper won't hurt us, and a little bit of salt in the flour. That'll help the flavor. Not too much, just a little. Just stir them around. Woo, make a mess. Make you a mess, John. Make you a mess. Come on, man. So into the buttermilk. think there's already one in there soaking. And around and around. Buttermilk is a wonderful dredge binder. Just like this. Everybody in the pool. Alright. And this one will go right there. Tomatoes or something. You got to batch, people. Now, if I were doing these for a big family, or a lot of people at your house, or whatever, I would dice these up, put them in a bowl, put a little bit of buttermilk over them, put my flour, my cornmeal, my cornstarch, and I'd make them into little dices, little square dices, because it takes a while, you know, to do these if you're going to do them big old pieces like this. It's kind of like anytime you're doing fried stuff like this, it takes a while, and you're doing it in big batches. Might need a little more oil. You can add oil because that skillet's good and hot, and I'm going to turn it back up just so we can keep the heat going. I've got my tongs here. Let's check this one here. Oh, it's browning up good. It needs another minute. You don't want them to burn. You want them to go low and slow. Easy does it. So let's read a comment or two. See what y'all are up to. I like them diced and fried. Yeah, I do too, with okra. Windy. Jeans. I don't know. Unless there's a conversation going on, I'm missing. Hi, Kathy. He's doing fine without one. I don't know what I need. One what? Hi, John and Momma from Bluff City. Now I want fried green tomatoes. They're delicious. They're delicious. Yum, yum. Who said yum, yum? Hey, Pamela. Hey, Monica. If you don't have buttermilk, what do you use? Well, Pamela, there's two things you can do. If you don't have buttermilk, you can make buttermilk just with plain milk. Put your little vinegar in it, and you'll have buttermilk, or the same thing as. Or you can just use milk. You can just use just your whole milk. See how that braiding is staying on there? So good. Let's see what this looks like. I want to turn these over and let them do. Let's see, this is the next one, I do believe. Yeah, I may have to turn him back over. Just let them fry real nice like. Knock off that extra cornmeal. There they are. You see them? They're getting brown. They're going to get tender and delicious. You're cooking my favorite, Debbie. This is one of Mama's favorite too. I just had fried green tomatoes. Linda, do you make them like this? You can put cayenne pepper in them. You can do any of those good things too. Those tomatoes look wonderful. These are the ones we bought Saturday down at the produce store down at Riverside. I had thick sliced bologna sandwiches for supper. I love that you fried the bologna. Do green tomatoes have a bitter taste? I never had them. Sherry, they do. They're not like a red tomato. They've got a little somebody give me a word. It's a little bite to them. You can tell it's a green tomato. But to me, it just makes them. It's what you're looking for when you fix a green tomato. They're not sweet. They've got a little bite to them. But you want that in a good green tomato, I think. I wouldn't call it bitter. It's nothing you don't want to eat. But it's definitely not a sweet flavor either. Unless you put sugar in it. And then, you're crooked. Goodness. Well, Mama, you cleaned up in a hurry.
Oh, wow.
Fried green tomatoes.
I had dirt all over my face. Why didn't you tell me that?
I don't think nobody noticed, Mama.
It's what was showing right down through here.
We'll forgive you this time.
Oh, yeah.
Mama, you better bless them. You know, you're the fried green tomato fixer most of the time.
Well, I'll eat anything tonight.
You want something besides this tonight?
No, it sounds good.
All right. I was just showing them how we got it going on.
Yeah, we thought them we have to get them made up before they turn ripe. They're already getting pinkish, but I like them that way.
I could fry them, right? You want them to get in tender. You want them hot all the way through.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to put a lid on them because they'll steam. You don't want them steamed. You want them cooked and browned. Now, Mama might like hers browner. You do, don't you?
A little, yeah.
Oh,
but that looks good.
I'm gonna make all these up tonight. But you don't have to.
I could put them in the refrigerator.
I could put these in the refrigerator, and I could put something over this and that, and fix them tomorrow night if we want them tomorrow night.
That'd be a good idea. Instead of seeing it tonight, it's late.
It's late. Somebody worked too late in the garden.
I know it, but I had to wait till the sun.
Till the sun went down?
Well, till it went down some. It ain't down yet, but it was too hot to put them out.
Yeah, you don't want to put them out in the hot of the... That's one thing about gardening. A lot of it's evening work. If you put them out in the heat of the day, they're just going to burn up. Wilt over, ain't the Mama?
Yeah.
So a lot of gardening happens in the afternoon. Like watering. You can't water the garden. You may be home all day long with nothing to do and think, I could go down there and water that garden. Well, you'll kill it. It'll scald.
Some people waters it of the morning, early.
Early. As long as you don't get on the leaves too bad, you'll be all right. You want to test them, Mama? Here's the tongs.
Oh, that's all right. They look good.
I'll put that up.
Oh,
that was from my sauce. You've not even seen the sauce, Mom.
Oh, wow.
This is the Mississippi comeback sauce.
Oh.
That's what it's called. I don't know if you'll like it or not. It's not something that I know for sure you won't like. But then it's, you know.
You through with mayonnaise?
I'm through with everything, but I'm going to put this up and I'll dip you up some.
That needs to be put up.
This goes over there. Do y'all keep your ketchup in the cabinet or in the refrigerator? We keep ours in the cabinet because it tastes better. Yes, it does. I don't know if we and parents would have to go in the refrigerator or not, but we keep it in there. Mama, you feel better just knowing all that's put away?
Yeah, I feel a lot better. It rains tomorrow, it'll be a while, but you can set the potted plants out if it rains.
The potted plants. Bless you, Mama.
The flowers. Excuse me.
Oh, set them out in the yard.
Yeah, you can set them out in the pots.
Yeah.
I've got one whole trough, plum packed full of tomatoes.
One whole raised bed. You still calling it a cow trough?
Well, yeah, that's what it is. And then I've got 8 Romas and 8 tomatoes in this other bed.
Is there any you raised from seed or those tomatoes we planted?
No, they're still real little. They'll have to be put out later.
We're into this planting stuff, folks. We've planted roots and we've planted pineapple and we've planted, what else we did?
Now the pineapple I think didn't work. We waited too late.
We probably messed it up.
But the onions are doing good. The celery's a
Here's another onion, Mama. Here's another.
well, I've got 2 more you had earlier.
Here's another root for a purple red onion.
Yeah.
Mama, I didn't get a plate for us, but I think we can just sort of. We just got 4. Yeah. I think we can just sort of taste it right here.
Oh, that's good enough.
Unless you want a plate.
No.
I don't even think we're going to need this because there's no extra grease.
No.
If you have a lot of extra grease, you want something to absorb that little bit, but I don't think there's going to be any extra grease.
It don't look like there's none in there.
So there they are, folks. Look at that. Fried green tomatoes. Mama, I will get a fork. You will want a fork.
Oh, I'll get one over here. I don't think there's one in there.
There's not one. There's one over there. I'll get it.
I'll get it. Just says
You sit still.
Oh, I'm done up.
I'm done up.
Oh, wow. What can you do with a youngin' like that?
Lord, what can you do with a mama that won't never sit still?
That keeps my legs limber.
You're a jackrabbit, Mama.
Ooh,
You're a jackrabbit.
I am a wee bit hard.
Are you a wee bit?
Bending there and
Well, you've been in the garden for an hour or 2. I guess you can be a wee bit tired.
yeah. It's time to go to
There
bed.
they are, folks. There they are.
Time I eat and peel around here a little bit, I'll have to go to bed. Don't you think so?
Well, probably, Mama. It'd be a good night to go to bed early. If you've been in the garden. All right, Mama. There you are. Ain't much for supper. But that's what you ordered.
It's better than a rock.
You ordered that, didn't you?
Old people say that.
I said, you want something to go with it? And you said, fried green tomato would be fine for me.
Yeah.
We'll bless it, and then we'll just eat it. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for the nourishment of our bodies, dear Lord. And we just thank you for all your blessings, Lord. And we just thank you for being with us. And dear Lord, we just pray for each and every prayer request that's out there. Those spoken and unspoken, dear Lord. Dear Lord, protect us in this old world we live in. And watch over us, lead and guide and direct us. In your precious name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, Mama. This one right here is the first one.
Oh, boy.
And you can cut him up. Now, do you want some of this wonderful sauce?
Yeah. You didn't make it popping hot, did you?
It's so hot you won't be able to taste it, Mama.
As long as I don't taste it, I don't care.
Mama asks me those questions all the time. And I tell her,
That's good.
Mama, why do you ask me those questions? I never make anything too hot. I mild it down every time for her. And she'll say, did you make that so hot? No, Mama.
You put Frank's hot sauce in
A little dab, but not a lot. Really, it's not a lot. So what are you thinking?
Mm.
Heat hot?
Mm-hmm.
Just heat hot.
It was heat hot, so I don't know if it's hot or not with the spices. I was trying to get it down. I wasn't expecting it yet to be that hot.
Well, I guess you don't have anything to drink, do you?
No, I've got something somewhere.
I sort of say, you usually have something with you.
I don't know what I've done.
What would you like, Mama? I'll get it for you.
I've got a Sprite somewhere. So
Well, do you see it sitting around here?
no.
You haven't spilled it, have you?
No, I've done better about spelling. I get to worrying about how much they cost. I try to be more careful.
Yeah, they do cost a lot. Let's try this. So I'm going to get the big bite. Get all the goodie and all the sauce too. I'll get the Sprite.
I'm going to get the one I got somewhere.
Is it in your room?
Must have took it with me.
Mm.
Right straight up there.
Mmm. This comeback sauce. Mississippi, you did good. I just looked this up online. Green tomatoes and sauce to dip. And it was the first one that came up. Comeback sauce, or also known as Mississippi comeback sauce. with that tomato, that little bit of tart, it's good. It's all blends to good. It's delicious, y'all. I'm going to say try it. It's sat there for a few minutes. And when I tasted it a while ago, I don't think it was quite this good yet. So now that it's sat there about 10, it's quite that good. See the green tomato in there? It's tender to perfection. Double dipping it ensures you get that crunch on there. That cornstarch ensures it's going to stay on there. And that comeback sauce keeps you coming back for more.
I found it.
Where was it, Mom? In your bedroom?
Yeah, I went straight back in there and I guess set it down, pulled off my glasses, and jumped in the shower.
Now that sauce isn't too hot for you, is it?
No. What I've eaten so far is not bad.
What would you call it? It's not a Thousand Island flavor. It's a little bit like the Yum Yum sauce that's in the stores.
What did you say it was?
Mississippi comeback sauce.
Well, it's good.
I think I like it better than the remoulade I made last time for the tomatoes. This says this would also be good in fish tacos. I'm thinking it would be. So, get you some green tomatoes, about a half a cup of flour, half a cup of cornmeal, and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. That's just plain buttermilk. Dredge your tomatoes in the buttermilk. Put them in the flour and cornmeal and cornstarch. I always have coffee. Back in the cornmeal, flour, and cornstarch for a second dip. Get your skillet good and hot, your oil good and hot. You want them to fry when you put them in there. And it's all so good. Nana will probably post this recipe for y'all, but just in case, here you go. And I didn't make any substitutions except on the mustard. And I'll tell you what I did after I read you the real recipe. So the real recipe is a half a cup of mayonnaise of your choice, 1 tablespoon of hot sauce Frank's, and you can use less. I didn't use quite the tablespoon. I used less because Mama, it would have been fine. You can even put a little cayenne in it if you wanted to. 2 tablespoons of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 2 tablespoons of minced red onion, 1 clove of garlic minced, and you've seen I just used the equivalent of paste, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, a half a teaspoon of Creole mustard or spicy brown mustard. I used spicy mustard and a little bit of Dijon. A half a teaspoon of freshly ground pepper, black pepper. And it's delicious. It's comeback sauce, also known as Mississippi comeback sauce. There may be a history behind this wonderful sauce. I didn't read that far, but I just wanted a new sauce from a green tomato, so I looked me up one. And we like it. We like it, and it kind of resembles, because of the ketchup and the mayonnaise, it kind of resembles a Thousand Island, but it doesn't taste like it. And it's not a sweet. It's more with the mustard and all those things in it. It's good. It's really good. And I'll make it again. I'll bottle that up, and I'll have it. We may have fried green tomatoes again tomorrow, because we're not going to eat all these fried green tomatoes. 1 tomato would have been enough. I'll put a saran wrap over this flour. I'll put that buttermilk in the refrigerator. I'll put these green tomatoes in there too, and we'll have maybe green tomatoes again tomorrow. Mama, we might even throw a meat and a side with it.
Ooh, highfalutin, aren't we?
Y'all stopped, and I didn't stop you. Are you there? I can't Somebody must be arguing or griping because somebody's getting on to them. Hey, Mary, yummy. Folks, if you come on here to be negative or gripe, opinions are fine, but, I've said it before, we just don't do negativity. We're just going to take you off because that ain't what we're about. We just come here to escape. We come here to get away from negativity. All we want to do is a little bit of positive, and we don't care for no negativity. Somebody says, please pray. Alicia? Is that Elicia? If you have a need, we'll be praying for you, Alicia.
Yes.
It's not the same flavor. The red tomatoes would be mild tomato taste. Yeah, the red tomatoes don't taste like the green tomatoes. That's for sure. But you can fry red tomatoes.
Yeah, they're good too.
We like those. The key to that is make sure you fry them thick. Cut them thick. Okay. I'm trying to see what else going on in here. See who else is. Mama's falling asleep. She worked hard out in the garden today. Joanne. Mama, are you falling asleep on us?
No, not yet.
Not yet, but she's going to. So you mix the flour and the cornstarch together, then dredge it in the cornmeal. You mix the flour and the cornmeal, half a cup of each is what I use, but you can use a whole cup, you can use what you want. And I put a good heaping tablespoon of cornstarch in it to hold that dredge. Anytime you're doing chicken or vegetables or anything, that'll hold it on there. See?
Give me a little more sauce to finish.
Oh, Mama's wanting more sauce. Now that's the ultimate compliment. When Mama says more sauce or more of that new stuff. Let me hold this tomato up here and show y'all. Now tomatoes, if y'all have made tomatoes or anything like this, see how that's on there? It's not flaking off. It's not separating. That's what the cornstarch helps create. A lot of times you'll go to a restaurant or something, they'll bring in the breading will fall off whatever they're making. That little secret there with a little bit of cornstarch, that holds it on there. Y'all seen how I did it? Yeah.
It went off.
It's back. So, Brenda, that's how we did it. Let's see who else is on here. Trying to find a red. John, those look delicious. Well, thank you, Pam. I'm sure that sauce would be great with crab cakes. Yes, it would.
It would be.
Would. And fish tacos. Both of those things would be great with this. Where did you find green tomatoes? Juanita, we got those at Riverside Produce. They've had green tomatoes in stores. I think even Save-A-Lot had some green tomatoes a little while back.
They had some this past week.
Of course, they can get those a lot quicker than they can the red ones. Cutting the tomatoes in chunks and frying them. The chunks is great, and if you've got a big crowd, I recommend the chunks because you just put those in a Ziploc bag, a gallon Ziploc bag, put them in some buttermilk, put your flour, your cornstarch, and your cornmeal in there, and shake them around and put them in a skillet. Fry the whole 4 or 5 tomatoes at one time and serve your family. And the taste is the same. It's just, this is more the traditional green tomato that you get.
I put okra in mine if I have it fresh.
We love okra and green tomatoes fried. Oh my goodness. I love fried onions and peppers with my green tomato. That would be good, Debbie. We've not had it that way. How much do you use of the cornstarch? Carolyn, I used a good half a cup of cornmeal and a half a cup of flour, and I put probably a good tablespoon in it. If I used a cup, I'd probably put a couple of tablespoons. Would you say, Mama?
Yeah, probably.
Just depends on how much you're using, but I guess a good ratio, if I had to tell you, one would be for every half a cup of flour, I would use a half a tablespoon of cornstarch. Half a cup of cornmeal, I'd use a half a tablespoon of cornstarch. So if I did a whole one, I'd do a whole tablespoon. And that would probably be a good enough equivalent. But it's not that precise. It's not going to mess up. You can do it, Just take your regular spoon and put you some in there. It's not like you have to. I think you're just having it in there. You want enough, but you don't have to have a bunch.
And mosquitoes kind of like me down there.
Oh, Cindy, that is good. She says put one of these on a hamburger. That would be delicious, Cindy. I want to eat fried green tomatoes to try it. Deidre, you're going to love them. Looks really good. Thank you, Kimberly. Hey, Robin. Hey, Debbie. How was John supposed to help Mama plant? He was gone all day to work. Debbie, yeah, Mama don't need any help in the garden anymore than she does the kitchen. And she was just digging a hole and dropping a tomato plant. Now, I do go and help her when there's something to lift or lug or whatever.
You unloaded all the dirt.
I unload the dirt and I do all that kind of stuff for her. And she's going to do what she's going to do. And I had just came from down there talking with her. And I said, you about finished up down here? And she said, I'm going to finish this up before it rains. I said, well, I'm going to cook you something to eat. And I said, I asked if you needed help, didn't I, Mama?
Yeah.
And what did you say?
No, I can handle it.
No, I can handle it. Which is code for, no, you'll get down here and mess up something, and I'll have to redo it anyway. Just go on. You see it?
No, I'm just always used to doing it by myself.
Look at this manicure.
No, I've been digging in the dirt.
Look at that manicure. Does she look like she's overdone it today? She's just had some fun gardening today.
This is messed up pretty bad.
Now, when you're planting, it's not too strenuous. It's just you got to keep going. It's
the bending
and the bending the hoe. With her raised beds, she don't have to bend a lot. She can. But now when you start harvesting and you got buckets of stuff to carry and you got weeds to do, it gets more complicated as it goes on. But when the ground's all tilled up and pretty, it's just a fun thing to plant in it, Mama.
Yeah.
They're worried about you, Mama. They think I didn't help you.
You got all the flowers to plant.
I wish you all could see the things she does without help from anybody, and when she slips off in the middle of the day when I am at work and what she tries to do, and you would think, oh, she don't need much help. Just like when she was rotilling when I wasn't here, and I said to the doctor, her heart doctor, I said, doctor, could you talk to her a little bit about rotilling? And she said, what kind of rotilling are you doing? Mama said, I've got a little small rotiller, and I rotiller my beds out so I can plant my stuff, and I work in the garden, and I like it. Then that's when she laid me out, and she said, John, leave her alone. If she's able to rotiller, the rotiller don't hurt her to lift it, let her go. Quit smothering your mother. I wasn't expecting that.
No, you wasn't.
I wanted her to be on my side. But it was a wake-up call for me. I do let her do a little bit more than I tried to keep her from doing everything before. But Mama's perfectly able. She gets a clean bill of health every time she goes. The last time we went, not this last time, but the time before that, she had run some tests on Mama's heart. And something that everybody over the age of 25, normally it's typical that they have with their heart. And she said, not you. You have none of that. She said, you have the heart of a 25-year-old.
That's because I'm young at heart.
That's right. I said, because it's full of goodness, ain't it, Mama? So Mama's all well and able. So I appreciate you caring about her, though. I really do. What else is going on here? Good evening from Gainesville, Georgia. Oh. Hey, Vicky. Email here from Mississippi. M-I, crooked letter, I, humpback, I. Anybody here? Anybody on here from Mississippi? Massachusetts? I have never tried shaking them in the back. Great idea. Oh, Linda. If you're going to make up a whole bunch of them, like okra and tomatoes, and you're going to chop them up in cubes, and you got your little things of okra in there, you just get you a big Ziploc bag, or a bowl. You could do a bowl, but you can throw the Ziploc bag away. You put them in there. You put a little bit of buttermilk in there, and just kind of zip it up and get them all covered in the buttermilk. And then you put your flour and your cornmeal, your salt, and your pepper, whatever you want to put in there, and your little bit of cornstarch. And then you just shake them up. Leave a little air in there. And you can just shake them up and turn them every which way, and they'll all be coated. And then you just put them in your pan, your hot oil. They're done. You take that bag and you throw it in the garbage. And that's done. That's the way we do them. Tonight is a little messier. You see the whole process. You got 2 bowls. But now I do like them like this occasionally, especially when it's all you're going to eat.
The fried is prettier and better.
It's prettier and it's better.
But if you're going to just chunk it up, that's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah. If you're feeding a lot, I could have used a bigger skillet, but even a bigger skillet, you could only get 6 in there. Probably. You don't want to crowd them because that will steam them and that'll pull all your breading off. So you don't want to crowd them in the skillet. So time I done 4 of these, and then I've done another batch of 4 and let them brown. I'd have been at the stove cooking for a big family, and everybody wouldn't be able to eat together. If it affected the flavor of them, but it doesn't. So I would have just chopped all these up in little cubes and done them in a bag. If I had okra, I could have put that in there with them. But if I was just doing tomatoes, I'd have chopped them up in cubes and done 6 or 8 tomatoes at one time in one skillet, in a big old skillet for the whole family. So, take some shortcuts, folks.
Your daddy didn't think that was fried tomatoes. He thought this. He wanted the slices when he eat fried tomatoes.
Sandy Glass, we made fried green tomatoes tonight. There's the 2 that's left, and I started out by making a Mississippi comeback sauce. And I've read the recipe. You'll have to go back and watch the replay, but this is Mississippi comeback sauce. When I was a kid, we never had a dip. We never dipped on anything. Maybe whatever was fixing, if there was something. But if you go to restaurants, you order fried green tomatoes and appetizers, they always have some kind of little sauce or something good to pour over. And I thought, no, I want some sauce. So this was my new. I did the remoulade last time, but this is the new sauce, and I like it the best. And it's called Mississippi Comeback. And I thought that's a little nod to Mississippi. Southern state through and through. So, and Mama likes it. And the only thing yeah, it is. The only thing I did different to it really is I put a little less of hot sauce in it. But you can do you on that. If your people all like it, go for it. So, Mama, I'm going to wrap all this stuff up, even the buttermilk, and put it in the refrigerator. Yeah. I'm going to put the flour in there because there was some buttermilk on there, which it won't hurt. And I'm going to put those tomatoes. You know what I might do tomorrow night, since we've talked about it, I may just dice those tomatoes up and show y'all how to do them in the bag if we fix something with them. Mama, you got anything you can fix with them tomorrow night? Chicken, pork chops. I don't know of anything that wouldn't go good with fried green tomatoes and mashed potatoes.
Tenderloin and chicken. And
how about some of that and some mashed potatoes and some fried green tomatoes, and we'll do them in the cubes tomorrow night.
Okay, sounds good.
Just to show y'all what we're talking about. Lord willing. We don't make any plans without, if the Lord's willing, we'll do it. So, and I've got another tomato, so I'll just chop him up. And these
I don't believe you need another one with all of them.
Folks, don't be deceived. It don't take a bushel basket of tomatoes to feed a family. This is 2 green tomatoes plus those 4 slices. And we've just eaten a slice apiece.
Oh, I cheated. I got a little bite off of that other one. You're just not looking
at it. Mama did cheat. I see that now.
I was a little...
Well, you can have it, the whole thing if you want it, Mama. We got plenty. I'll stand here all night and make them if you want to eat them. All right, folks. That's all we got tonight. We appreciate you being here. We truly do. Our page is growing. Share our page out with your friends. The more we share, the more we get on our page, and the more we get to sharing, the more we learn. And I learn so much from you all. So when you get new people in, there's just that much opportunity to learn more from people. So it helps us out if you share. The share button's right down there in the corner. And comment, and stars. Stars are cost, but what I'm trying to say is
Hearts.
you don't have to do stars, because the hearts and the thumbs up and all that are free, and that's fine. Stars, we appreciate them, but they're not expected, and it doesn't change your ranking on here in any way. Some people think we can only see their comments if they do stars, and that's not so. And we don't look for, I just look for which one I can read, like this. I seen a video of it the other night, and I thought, Lord, you got that old college professor look when you look at we appreciate y'all, we really do. I like the little faces that go up too. I see those occasionally. I don't know where they come from. I guess they're from your personal page. Maybe when you do thumbs up, it turns into your little face, and it's cute. There comes some now. Anyway, that's what I was trying to say. So the more interaction we get, the more our page grows, and the more y'all share, the more it grows. And we appreciate you, everyone. You're a family to us. Some of y'all have been here since the beginning. I recognize your names when I see them scrolling up through there. Hello from Kentucky. Hey, Heather. Girl, you're just next door.
Neighbors.
You're a neighbor. I haven't. Donna says I haven't eaten anything in almost 5 years. It will be on September the 18th. Oh, Donna. Let's give some hearts for Miss Donna. Donna, we appreciate you being here, and we're going to send prayers for you. She has 4 neck cancer.
Oh,
Stage 4 neck cancer. Donna, our prayers are with you.
they sure are.
Aw, Donna, you make our day. Now, folks, that's what it's all about right there. Love and caring and sharing and praying for one another. And as we always say, you pray for us and we'll pray for you, and we'll all get through. That's all way we can do it, and we appreciate you. Donna, thank you for being here, and you will be in our prayers. Alice says, John right on with sounds if Mama came. Alice, you're right. If Mama come back for seconds, you know it's good. That's like a 4-star rating. Because Mama has several degrees of tolerance. It's like, I'll try it. Then some things you've seen her, I won't even taste it. But she don't try a lot of new stuff. But if she asks for more, oh, you can slap 4 stars on it.
I had tomato left and no sauce. So
and it was good, ain't it, Mama?
Yeah, it's real good.
It's real good, she said. It's not too complicated, and there's not much in it, so it's a simple little sauce. And it does make those tomatoes sing. Mama, you want to add anything tonight?
No, just please keep Donna in your prayers if she has that.
Miss Donna, you can come back on here and let us know how you're doing. You hear?
Yeah.
We'll be thinking about you. We try to remember all the prayer requests, and if we can't see them all or can't say something about all of them, we just ask the Lord to watch over each and every one of them.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters, folks, is if He knows. And He does. He knows us now. He's known us from the beginning. He knew us when He was on the cross, and we're so glad for that. All right, folks. Happy Monday. Y'all have a blessed night. Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama, and God bless you all. Have a wonderful night and day tomorrow.
Y'all have a good